Jerry Lewis clothed untold numbers of Milwaukee men, small and tall, thin and not so thin. In fact, gentlemen who required pants large enough to enclose a 74-inch waist, and there were some sought-out Lewis expertise in the menswear department at Goldmann's department store on Milwaukee's South Side. Lewis, 88, of Fox Point, died of heart and kidney failure December 16. Jerry was a wonderful salesman. He was a very honorable man. He ran his life on a handshake, said his business partner Milt Pivar. Pivar and Lewis leased space at Goldmann's for decades, selling men's and boys' clothing, and when the Goldmann family decided to sell the Mitchell Street retail fixture in 1988, Lewis and Pivar bought it. The partners ran the store for another 19 years before closing in 2007. When you're a salesman, you look at them and can tell what size they're going to wear. It was a different world in those days. We waited on our customers. Jerry knew a lot of his customers by name, Pivar said. Born in Milwaukee, Lewis graduated from Washington High School, worked at his father's tavern, Archie's Tap at N. 24th and W State Streets, and was drafted into the Army. He fought in the Korean War with an infantry unit, though he told his mother he was a cook so she wouldn't worry about his safety, said his daughter-in-law Elizabeth Lewis. When the comedian and actor of the same name became famous, Lewis would joke that he was the real Jerry Lewis. Lewis and Pivar met as kids while hanging out at a drugstore on Center Street. They both went into the Army at the same time, and after his military service, Lewis worked at Harley's Menswear. While he was in Korea, he dreamed of saving his money to buy a boat when he returned home. Lewis later met Pivar's sister Lita and told his mother he wanted to marry her but couldn't afford a ring. His mother told him you know what to do, so the next day he sold the boat and married Lita, said Elizabeth Lewis. Lewis joined Pivar in the men's clothing business run by Pivar's father at Goldmann's. Pivar married his sister's best friend and the two men were united in grief when they each lost their wives when they were in their 50s. Before Lewis and Pivar bought Goldmann's, the department store leased space for others to sell men's clothing, shoes and electrical equipment. Milwaukeeans of a certain age fondly remember Goldmann's with its lunch counter serving grilled cheese sandwiches, coffee and pies, the creaking wooden floors and stairs leading to the second level, no escalators, thank you very much, and the unusual items customers knew they could only find at the department store. We specialized in big-sized men's and women's clothing. We handled pants up to size 74 waist. That's a big guy, recalled Pivar, 89. When we bought the store, we continued the big sizes. We tried to handle things no one else would handle, including shirts up to 10X. After the pair closed Goldmann's in 2007, both retired. But Lewis didn't like retirement. So he opened up Mitchell Street Men's Wear 2 blocks away from the Goldmann's building. He worked there every day until his health began to fail in the past year, and even then he called his employees daily and continued to handle paperwork and ordering.